If you want to emulate your favourite racer these days, it's not that difficult. You can buy replica leathers and replica helmets. You can even buy replica machines. Things like Aprilia's RS250, a lively little two-stroke which looks like it's come straight from the racetrack. Or how about treating yourself to a bit of Italian exotica and buying a 996 Ducati, a Carl Fogarty replica. What then do you think might be the ultimate race replica? Well, how about buying a race bike itself and putting that on the road? Well, that's what Nick Haydash has done with his Yamaha R1, and I went to meet him to find out all about it.
Where do I start?
Exactly, where do we start? Well, how did you get it? Because it's not everyone that can go out and buy a race bike.
Well, I got to, I saw Dave Jeffries, I've spoken to him once or twice before, and nice guy, by the way, Dave.
He is, he's a top bloke, yeah.
Top man.
He watches this as well, so
Does
he's
he?
going to see his bike now.
Oh, I better watch what I say then.
Go on.
Basically, he said he was selling one of his race bikes, you know, I seen it, it was up at his father's shop, it was Alan Jeffries, in Bradford, and saw the thing there, you know, I thought that looks nice. And
So
basically I thought, you know, it's a bit awkward being a race bike, I've got to do a few things to get it on the road, but
Yeah,
I like the looks of it, I thought, got to have it.
That's the other thing, all right, so you see a race bike for sale, you go and buy it. Okay, anyone could do that, I suppose, but then you've got to put it on the road.
Yeah.
Right, so
obviously
basic things first of all.
Basic things are
Lights.
lights. You need lights.
Yeah.
Well, to start off with
Well, look at your lights. What have you got here? What are they off? Where are they from?
I think it was a mini Metro. No, actually, they're just. I think is it Halford sell them or something like that.
They're
I
just
don't
sort
know
of
if I can advertise.
aftermarket.
Aftermarket lights that
Yeah,
you
right.
can buy. They're not expensive. Just got to make holes in the fairing, put them in.
Indicators.
Indicators, I think.
Is it worth bothering with them?
They're little trick indicators for cars. I think they just made a hole, shoved them in.
Do you have to have indicators? I'm not clear
I'm
on
not
the
sure.
rules. Isn't it not that if you've got indicators, they've got to work, but if you
Yeah.
don't have them...
I'm not well up on that, but I thought I might as well put them on. At least people can see. when
Because
you're
I've
turning
been
left.
riding behind you and you can't see them.
You can't see them, so
No,
it was a waste of effort.
It was a
then.
waste of effort.
But they look good.
Did they? Yeah, well, I suppose so, yeah. All right, so we've got lights, we've got indicators. Right. Let's try and do this in some sort of order.
That's your basic to get it, you know.
Move back, obviously a race bike wouldn't have a speedo,
No.
so it didn't have a speedo, so what have we got? Temp and revs.
We've got temp and revs, and I fitted, they're actually for a mountain bike then.
All right.
It's supposed to go up to 186 mile an hour.
And does it?
Well, I've never been that fast.
Give off.
And after 120, they start to go a bit funny.
Yeah.
You've got a little pickup thing you put on your disc at the front,
Right.
and you've got trip, things like that, mileage.
But it
all
works.
sorts. It works. It basically works. It's pretty accurate for 30 mile an hour.
Okay, right. So what else do we need to make it road legal? Well, you put mirrors on it, obviously.
Yes, I was going to put some standard R1 mirrors on, but
No, they look all right. What are them off? RS2000 Escorts?
well, my mate said they look like they're off a very old Ferrari Testarossa.
Hey, you might not be far out there.
They are replacement mirrors for R1s. That,
Right. Before we talk about the trick bits of the bike, I want to talk about the legalities. So lights, speedo.
Oh, I don't think mirrors are. Is that legal?
That's not a legality, no. But I just noticed them while we were there. You see.
Legal, lights, speedo.
Obviously, it had to be registered.
Registered, yeah.
Now there's a story with this.
Yes, because the bike is a 98 bike that Dave obviously set up for racing. Went round the TT, and then that was it. But bought the bike in the end of '99, so it could be registered, first registered in '99. You know,
Right.
so that's actually ended up with that V-Reg plate.
So that's V8 MT2.
Well, you don't.
which, I mean-
That's not a normal plate, but
No, that's a plate you bought.
yeah, it was available. So
It
we
cost
went
a
for
lot of
that.
money. How do you know? Well, tell me.
I'm not allowed to say that.
A few
really.
quid, right. If I tell you about it, I'd have to kill you. Right. What does Jack
I
Valentine
actually
think
got
about
that off Dave's dad.
Did you?
Tony sorted me that, which I do appreciate.
Because Jack Valentine, who everybody knows, is Mr. V&M.
Yes, he
Right.
should have that.
He should have that. Has he
plate,
seen
yeah.
it?
I don't think so, no.
I don't know. He'd be sick now when he sees that. He'd be wishing he had that. Right,
I have
okay.
to twist my arm for it.
So now it's legal, right? But being a race bike, it would have had a few differences.
Well-
Mechanically as much as structurally.
The main thing mechanically, I think, is the first thing was the radiator. Because there's no fan, this is a full race radiator,
Right.
you know, big aluminium thing, whatever. There's no fan, no thermostat.
Well, of course.
So if you get, there's no traffic jams around the Isle of Man, so
Correct.
if you get stuck in the traffic, whatever, going to Matlock or anywhere, it could overheat. So we fitted a fan inside, had some alloy lugs welded, just a bit of messing about, but basically put a thermostat in, got the fan to work.
Okay.
Kit, so that's something, you know, most race bikes haven't got that.
People may have thought, that's a big petrol tank.
It's not a normal.
It's not a normal R1 petrol
tank,
tank,
no.
that, is it?
From what Dave was telling me, I think it's two R1 tanks welded together. They cut one further up and one further down, just make it bigger.
There's a join there, isn't
There's
there?
a join there, yeah. If you look close, you can see the
but
join.
it's a fantastic
It's
job, isn't it?
24 litres,
Right. Because of course they would have needed that for racing. Yeah.
Yeah, to save him having a spare tank in his pocket.
Exactly. Yeah. What's these holes for? In seat?
They're just quick release clips so that you can get the seat off.
Is that all it is? Yeah.
Because there's no access to the back anyway. I mean, you've got to take the back unit off to.
Right.
I've fitted an alarm in there anyway, which is something you don't need for the road.
Okay. I did notice at the front.
Yep.
Very, very fancy brakes. What are these? PFMs?
They're PFM brakes, yeah.
Right.
Pull floaters. They've got, quite good pads in them.
Stands on its nose.
It throws you over the handlebars, yeah, if you grab an
I bet it
handful.
bloody does, right, yeah.
I think you can get better levers for it, but I think it makes it too strong anyway. You're better off with a standard lever because otherwise it's too much braking,
What about suspension?
Suspension, Maxton did the front forks.
Oh, yeah.
So I think they've been reworked. It's a ProFlex rear shock.
ProFlex?
Yeah.
We know him, Wayne Lamb.
Yeah?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
So
it's all tricked up.
yeah, you've got great suspension, that's the whole idea.
What about performance-wise? Is it dead fast?
Well, I didn't say much about it. The engine's been, it's a Tony Scott tuned motor.
Right.
So it's not actually a V&M job, but I think it's been blueprinted. Quite a bit of work gone into it. It's a very powerful engine. More sweet than anything, the engine delivery right the way up is very smooth. Quite a lot of power. There's no weight because the wheels have been changed.
I'm just going to ask you about the wheels. Because these are, everything's super light, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the key with the race bike,
magnesium Mavic wheels.
Right.
They're very lightweight, so which helps you turn.
Yeah.
It turns a lot quicker.
Let me ask you then, because you've had lots of different bikes.
Yes.
I know you've had fancy Ducatis and fancy everything. You've had loads of fancy bikes, you want to get some of those.
Well, the worst bike I had,
Go on, tell me the worst bike you had.
a Bimotor V Dewey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I
I'm
don't like
impressed.
slagging Bimotor because I do like them, they're nice bikes, but it was V Dewey 500 two-stroke.
Right.
And that was probably the worst bike I
Was
ever
it?
had, yeah. Because it was a great bike. If somebody would push you around, it was okay, but the engine just didn't run.
Just didn't want to go anywhere, right?
No.
But you've had loads of fancy bikes.
Yes.
I know you've had fancy 996, SPS Ducatis and all this business. You've got all top spec stuff, right? So you know whether a bike handles like it should. How does this handle? What's it like? What's it like compared to a standard R1?
Well, I think it's, I've ridden the standard one, yeah. I mean, the work they do on the suspension, pieces they change here and there, and the setting up, it does make the bike handle superb.
That's the key,
It
you
just
think?
turns a lot. Yeah, it is. I think suspension more. Engine, you can forget engine. I mean,
Yeah.
that could be a 600 engine, but it just handles superb.
Right.
It's, obviously, because they was doing the TT, it's probably better because they're setting it up for the road.
Yeah.
Road
Well, it's a
conditions.
road
so
race,
you're going
road
on the
circuit,
road
isn't it?
anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if how a different race bike could be, but
Does this not make you now, when you're riding around on this, you go to Matlock and you go to Devil's Bridge, you go to all the biking meeting places, and I know you've done track days on it. Have you done a few track
not on
days?
this one.
Have you not? No.
On other bikes, yeah.
Right.
I haven't been on the track with this.
Okay. But when you're riding around on this now, they see you now in your leathers, you're all colour-coded.
Looking like a Wally.
No, you look like a racer coming down. I mean, does this make you a target for people to try and
Absolutely.
beat? Is it a pain, that?
Yeah, because you're always getting beat.
I don't
It's
believe
embarrassing.
that for 1 minute.
Yeah, I mean, that's the trouble. You get something like that, everyone, well, not everybody, but a lot of people, I don't know if they're envious or whatever, they've got to attack you, haven't they? Because
suppose so.
it does make you a target. But you've got to forget all that and do your own thing. Always do your own thing.
Always do your own thing, yeah. Survival of yourself.
Never
first.
rise to the bait.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's beautiful, it really is smart. I mean, I don't want to ask you what you paid for it. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't insult you by doing that. But, I mean, if somebody come along, how much would they have to tempt you with before they could take that away? What's it worth, a thing like this? It's a race bike. It's got history, though, you see.
Well, it is a bit of one. I mean, Dave signed the tank and
Yeah.
he signed the back end there. I don't know, I mean, it's a bit of history, isn't it, I suppose?
I suppose it's the old thing, whatever somebody wants to pay.
It is. I mean, if you want
About.
something like that, you just, you'd have to, roughly about 12,000, something like that. For
You
about
reckon?
that. Yeah.
It's dead impressive, it really is. But you know what I'm going to ask you now?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you if you can have a go.
Absolutely not.
Go on, let's have a go.
Yeah,
I've got my
fine.
gear over there. Right, here we go.
Well, I didn't spend very long aboard Nick's R1, but long enough to realise that it's very fast, it handles superb, and it stops like nothing, and I mean nothing that I've ever ridden before. It's a fantastic piece of kit.